Hello, hi everyone, I'm Christian Cryptic Hybrid and I'm bringing you yet another gameplay video. This time I'm playing the demo version of Law Path. P-A-T-H-S. I really have an issue with T-H-S. Anyway, Law Path is a graphics novel that's set in a not so distant future, and in it you play a young lawyer, either male or female, and you have to take cases, and the game will progress with each case, obviously. And depending on what choices you make during those cases, how you go about defending your clients, then you will get a different outcome and a different ending. Apparently there'll be 6 endings, and they'll be based on your choices and the karma that you give out, I guess. So this game is right now on Kickstarter. It's developed by Timeless Games, and it's looking to raise $18,000 on Kickstarter. And if it managed that, it will be released sometime in the 4th quarter of 2017. It's powered by the Unity engine, and it's at least being developed for Windows, at least for Windows. This demo is definitely for Windows. You can check out the link in the description below if you want to download it. So let's get right into it. Objection! Let's play Law Path. I'm Alicia Patz. A few months ago I graduated law school, and tomorrow I finally have a job interview with an important law firm. Okay, Laura? I'm not sure if it's the nerves, but I can't sleep. I just toss and turn in bed. So you're going to represent me, right, Miss Patz? This is me, and this is, I don't know whom. Alice, or she's called Alice Patz. Yeah, sure, we're in the hallway of the courthouse. When did we get here? Truthfully, I'm innocent. I'm counting on you to prove it. Of course, I'll give it my best shot. Sorry, what was your name again? No worries, I'm Dr. Paul My Fault. You must have seen me on TV, surely. Okay, My Fault? He's called My Fault? His face does look familiar, but the name... Why does it ring a bell? And I have to defend him? From what? Why can't I remember anything? 'Cause it's your dream, it's a dream. Okay, Dr. My Fault, tell me once again, if you would be so kind, your version of what happened. What kind of lawyer have I hired? I just told you! Oh, Jesus. Everybody in the courtroom. Court is now in session. Oh, panic! But I don't know anything about the case. Wait a second. Where's my client? This is a courtroom? Okay. Dingbat, how dare you defend a murderer? What? What? There's nothing you can do. Your career is going to be over before it even started, and I'm going to be the one to take you down. Oh, such aggressiveness. Show a little respect, please. My client is innocent until proven otherwise. Who are you exactly? You could introduce yourself before pointing the finger and name-calling. Yeah, that is true. It's like the internet. I'm the one who's going to take you down. Who will make you cry. I'm the prosecutor in this case. Okay, still doesn't help. Great, my rival is some strange guy who doesn't want to tell me his name. This is very odd, but he looks familiar, maybe from Mr. Goodwill's classes? I don't know. I'm Dr. Nobody. Dr. Nobody? No, nobody. and I witnessed how your client killed Mr. Martyr. Mr. Martyr? Great names. What? A witness to the actual crime? Well, my case is nearly shot. Hold up, Alice. Don't get ahead of yourself. If there's a trial, things still aren't unclear, and there isn't any solid evidence of what happened. If possible, it's possible that Dr. Nobody is exaggerating. What's more, Mr. My Fault said he was innocent. Okay. All rise for Judge Dredd. Not Judge Dredd, Judge Dredd. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. What? Already? But I don't know anything about the case. When did I get here? This is a nightmare. And the defense? Say something, dear. Yes, Yes, the defense is also ready. Oh, she's not ready at all. Prosecutor, if you could be so kind, give us the details of the case, please. Oh, that's a flying camera out there. Of course, Your Honor, the defendant is Dr. Myfault, charged with murdering his co-worker, Dr. Martin, yesterday afternoon at approximately 2:10 p.m. 2:10 p.m. The defendant shoved the victim and made him trip on a toolbox that was improperly placed on the floor, causing him to lose his balance and fall into the dark matter, into the antimatter engine that disintegrated him in the act. Okay. The prosecution believed that the defendant set up the crime to make it look like an accident. He put the toolbox on the floor and waited for the perfect moment to be alone in the lab to push the victim to his death. Okay, great. Solid case, dude. It didn't go as planned, much to his dismay, as there was a witness to the crime. Therefore, the prosecution asked the defendant to be charged with first-degree murder. Oh, first degree. Is there a witness to the crime itself? It seems to be pretty straightforward. Does the defense have anything to add? Well, fantastic. What a way to debut my first case. I've barely done more than make an appearance. This isn't the initiation into the career I had hoped for. Let's see if I have a job after this. You're silent. Are you giving up, dear? Don't even think about going to the interview tomorrow if you can't handle it. What? Come again? What? This is really strange, Your Honor. Why are you talking to me like that? I didn't expect to get respect from the others. Great line. I didn't expect to get respect, but I expected more from you. Okay, I'm guessing the developers aren't exactly native English speakers. Haven't you realized it yet? You're dreaming, dear. All of this, myself included, is no more than a projection of your subconscious. It's the manifestation of your greatest fear, and you're giving up too soon. Wow. Oh, a dream? Well, that explains how I got here so fast. So does that mean I'm not risking anything? Nothing at all. You can relax and give it your best. Oh, cool. I'm just dreaming. Usually I have... In that case, I think I will. I'm going to defend Mr. Myfault as a way to practice and blow off some stress. Or you could just wake up and fall asleep again. Well done. I recommend that you start by checking the inventory of the case. There you will find all the evidence, profiles and current theories, as well as information about yourself. Go on and get started then. Okay, so I have to click here. So these are my notes. This is the karma, which is what determines, you know, the ending, the path that you take during the campaign. You have some attributes: assertiveness, intuition, negotiability, charisma, and temperance. And all of these you can increase, I believe, and you can upgrade with the money that you get from cases. Reputation, patience, and okay. Current attitude: assertive, deductive, negotiator. Okay, I'll go for assertiveness because that's 4. Theories: the prosecution denies any alibi of my client that he was seen. Okay. The crime is purely financial. Profiles. Okay, these are all the profiles. Prosecutor, Dr. Nobody, Judge Dredd, and the evidence: lawyer's license, lab blueprint, a blueprint of the labs where the crime took place. The warning sign marks the antimatter engine. Capitalization graph. This graph shows that the lab where my client works is going through a difficult financial time. A lab toolbox. This heavy toolbox was improperly placed on the floor and is believed that the victim tripped over it, and that made him fall to his death in the antimatter engine. Holographic playback. This holograph shows Dr. Nobody's testimony. Press on details. Okay. Okay, so it's just okay. Piece of ripped cloth. What remains of the scarf the victim was wearing is the only piece that's left. The fingerprints on my client. The fingerprints of my client have been left on some kind of by some kind of chemical compound. Spilled soft drink. Dr. Nobody spilled soft drink at the scene of the crime. It was found very close to the lab door. Okay. This is the telephone that the witness used to call the authorities to report the crime. It stands out because it is not wireless. Okay. Okay, let's go. can learn about the case and get started. I only have to press the menu button that looks like a computer file located upper up. Okay. Go to that. My client wishes to declare himself innocent, and I don't see any evidence indicating that the crime scene was set up to commit murder, so we'd like the charge of first-degree murder to be reconsidered. The defense would like to hear the witness recount the story of what happened.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor! Even if the defendant did not place the toolbox there intentionally, he would still be guilty of murder in the second degree. It's clear that there was a murder and there is no reason this trial should continue. Well, actually, the trial is to determine what... Objection! I like how she said, objection! Like very Shakir, like very Spanish. Like, it could have been an accident or involuntary manslaughter. The sentences are very different with each charge, so the defense feels it is necessary to continue the trial until this point has been resolved. Okay, well done, dear. You're getting more confident. You have a point and your reasoning is valid. How would you like to proceed? Well, the defense wishes to call the witness, Your Honor. Bailiff, please bring in the witness. Okay. Oh, nobody. Name and current job title, please. Noah Nobody. I work in the Super Chachi Quartz Labs, where the crime I witnessed took place. Please tell the court what you witnessed. It would be my pleasure. Anything to ensure justice is served to Dr. Martin's name. In Dr. Martin's name. I was working in my office when I got hungry and decided to go look for Dr. Martin to ask him to go to lunch with me. Okay? As I was walking down the hallway, I was surprised that no one was around, as there is normally a constant flow of people in the labs. When I got to the lab door, I was frozen stiff from the shock I got. I dropped the soft drink in my hand and I didn't even realize it. Okay? I saw Dr. Myfault push Dr. Martyr, with Dr. Martyr's falling to his death inside the antimatter engine. He was disintegrated in the act. Okay. The police have created a holographic representation of the witness report. It can be found in the case. Okay. At that moment, I screamed in panic, and Dr. Myfault turned towards me and looked directly into my eyes. I was afraid he would do something to me. I ran off and called the authorities. Okay. When the police arrived, they detained Mr. Myfault and checked the machine records. Dr. Martin died at 2:09 p.m. yesterday. Okay, the prosecution believes that the motive is purely financial, Your Honor. The company where the defendant works is not doing well, and the graph in the evidence records shows. The defendant surely wanted to secure more funding before his research was stopped, and what better way to do so than by cutting back on staff? Isn't that right, Mr. Myfault? Okay.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. Objection. Sorry, sounds like Shakira. This I really don't know what to say, but I know that Mr. Prosecutor just said it. That what just said is inadmissible. It's unfortunate that my client doesn't have solid evidence. Okay, what? Good, dear. I see you're gaining confidence. Your objection is sustained, but in real life, I hope you do a better job. Okay. Now, does the defense want to cross-examine the witness?
Wait.
Just a moment, Your Honor. I think the defense is being shown preference. More should be proven. I bet that no attention was paid to my witness's statement. What? Wonderful. Now the no-name prosecutor wants to further complicate things. Jesus. As the prosecution said, paying attention is important, so I'm going to test you. If you don't answer correctly, I'll be forced to penalize you and lower your reputation. Do you understand? I understand, Your Honor. Yes, a lawyer with a rock-bottom reputation doesn't have credibility and can lose a case. I can see how much reputation I can have in my notes menu. So that's my reputation is 5. Okay. Exactly, but be careful. Hearing the dream or losing your reputation is much worse. You'll fall into limbo, where seconds in the real world are actually years, and where reality is confused with dreaming. Oh my god, what nonsense! Isn't that what happened in the movie Inception? I've probably taken from the part of your mind that remembers that movie for dramatic effect. But it is true that if you can't face your own demons, you don't have much of a future in the real world. Wow, okay. Maybe he's right. Failure here could affect my emotional state somehow, even if it is a dream. It's better to always give it all I've got, even when dreaming. Really? Okay, that's odd. Could you please indicate on the lab blueprints where Miss Nobody said she witnessed the crime? Well, I'm guessing this is the antimatter engine, so she said that she was outside the door, so here. That's it! Huh? It looks like she was paying attention after all. You look surprised, dude. Can we continue with the case already and stop playing games? Yeah, sure. Yes, it's your turn to cross-examine the witness. Are you ready? Do you know how to pressure the witness about the attitude that you use in the courtroom and about the judge's patience? Proceed with cross-examination. Yes. Alright. Mr. My Fault, you said that you were innocent. Could it have been an accident or involuntary manslaughter? Any additional information could help in the cross-examination. Okay. The truth is, I don't remember a thing. Oh, come on, that's crap. That's not helpful at all. Of course, I had to dream up the worst client ever. I'm alone in this. If I want to defeat my subconscious, I really need to push myself to the limit. Okay, you've said that like 5 times already. If Mr. My Fault is an innocent as he says, there must be a contradiction in Mr. Nobody's testimony, in Dr. Nobody's testimony. Something that doesn't fit with the evidence and data from the case. Alright. I'm going to press the witness as much as possible, and when I find the contradictory testimony from my inventory, all I have to do is select the object, and press the objection button that appears in the menu in the lowercase. Okay. So here, this is the evidence. Okay. Blueprint, categorization, toolbox. Okay, resume. Alright, let's go. Miss Nobody's testimony. I saw the crime take place. I was working in my office when I got hungry and decided to look for Dr. Martyr to ask him to go to lunch with me. Okay. Wait, what? Could you tell us if you remember at exactly what time that was? At lunchtime. Well, when else would I get hungry? I didn't look at my watch. I just knew that it was around lunchtime, and I was hungry. I decided to go eat. Okay. All right. What a stupid question. We know the time of death of the victim, and we know that the witness saw the crime. It's obvious that she got hungry minutes before the crime. Really? It's not that obvious to me. Dear, these kinds of questions make me run out of patience much faster than normal. Also, I have a timer on the patient. Okay, patience of the judge. Sorry, I thought it might be important. Please let me continue, Your Honor. Well, that's crap. As I was walking down the hallway, I was surprised that no one was around, as there is normally a constant flow of people in the labs. Okay. Do you know why the halls were empty? Okay, that's a good question actually. At the time I didn't, but I now know that Dr. Myfold cancelled most of the lab sessions yesterday. From what I was told, there were only 5 people in the building. Huh. Aha! I'd like to thank the defense for uncovering information that makes the defendant look even guiltier. It makes my job that much easier. Oh, great. Great. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Great. Okay, that's not good. When I got to the lab door, I was frozen stiff from the shock I got. I dropped the soft stick in my hand and I didn't realize it. Okay. I saw Dr. Myfold push Dr. Martyr, with Dr. Martyr falling to his death inside the antimatter engine. He was disintegrated in the act. Wait. Please, Dr. Nobody, this is very important. I need you to walk us through everything you saw in detail, and above all, answer this question. Did you see my client shove the victim? Be honest, remember, you are under oath. Technically, I didn't see the shove. I already told the police that, but I saw Dr. Myfold with his arms extended as if he had just shoved Dr. Martyr in the same direction he was falling. Alright, okay, I saw this. I saw the hologram, okay. And for you, Dr. Nobody? I can't be 100% sure, but the first thing that came to mind was that Dr. Myfold has shoved him, so she didn't see him shove him. That's why I ran off, and I didn't want to be next. Okay, dear, if you think this information relevant, you can request the witness to modify the testimony. Yes, Honor, please. Yeah, because she didn't see him shove him, right? Do you really believe that my client shoved Dr. Martyr even though you never actually saw the alleged shove? Yes, I believe that Dr. Myfold's body position wasn't normal. It seemed as though he had just made a great effort extending his arm with great force. Well, okay. Alright, I saw this again, don't show it to me. Great Jesus. Okay. This can also be interpreted another way, but how can it be proven? I have to look at the court records once more. Okay, so in the court records, I have this, the piece of ripped cloth, which is ripped, so yeah. So it means that maybe if you shove someone, at the moment I screamed in panic and Dr. Myfold turned towards me and looked directly into my eyes. I was afraid he could do something to me. So, I ran off and called the authorities. Okay? Let's ask her. Let's get more details on that. Do you remember if my client said anything or tried to approach you? That's fair game. I'm not sure. I was so scared that I can't remember. I only remember getting out of there. Okay. Nothing useful here. It seems as though only my client, the victim, and the witness were at the scene. Okay, I think I have enough information. Now I have to find if there is a contradiction between the testimony and the evidence in the inventory. To do so, I have to find the contradictory testimony. Go to the menu, select the content. Okay. So I have to cross. I was working in the office. Okay. So she was working in the office. Wait. Why didn't she leave? If there was a note that she'll leave, why didn't she leave? Okay. Wait, let's see.
Objection.
Your Honor, the testimony contradicts with this. With what this? How does it contradict? I don't get it. Please enlighten us with your hidden wisdom. Well, it seems like... But now I'm not sure. Ah, so she's crap. De lo que yo estoy seguro es que te tengo que penalizar. Oh, so this was supposed to be in English, but that's a bug. Okay, it was mental lapse. Please let me continue. Okay, so wait. So I'm starting over. I was working. I got okay. Wait, the thing is. Oh no, not again. Okay, wait. I don't have to. Okay, I asked her again. Exactly what time? I asked her again. I asked this before. It doesn't matter. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Your patience is growing thin. I know. Okay. The thing is this. I was surprised that no one was around. Okay, so wait. There's a note here. Found at the scene of the crime written on it. We are going to talk about it before the day is done. Dr. Myfold. Okay. Deductive. Let's be deductive on this one. Did you hear anything as you approached the lab? Dr. Myfold and Dr. Martyr arguing, perhaps? Yeah, anything? Not really. It was unusually quiet through the facilities. That's because they weren't arguing and an accident occurred, like the defense would lead us to believe. The murder was premeditated and caught the victim by surprise without an argument or a fight. Well, wait. The fact that they didn't argue doesn't get rid of the possibility that it was an accident. Yeah, that is true actually. It wasn't an accident. I saw them sniff when... okay, I can't do anything. I can't object. When I got to the lab though, I was frozen stiff from the shock I got. I dropped the soft drink in my hand and I didn't even realize it. Okay. I saw Dr. Myfold in a position that seemed as though he had shot Dr. Martyr, who had just lost his balance and was airborne, falling into the antimatter engine where he was disintegrated in the act. Okay, so let's object with the piece of cloth.
Objection!
Objection, I know what. Your Honor, this piece of evidence presents another possibility. The piece of scar from the victim? And why is that? Because it's ripped. This piece of scars is the only thing left of the victim and my client's fingerprints are on it. Now, if you shove someone, you don't grasp onto it, do you? No, of course. You push him and that's it. So that scarf was pulled. No, you're not saying that. Yes, I'm saying it. Your Honor, the defense alleges that my client was not in fact shoving the victim, but was instead trying to grasp onto it in order to save him. That's why his fingerprints are on the scarf.
Objection!
Objection, Your Honor. Those fingerprints could have been left after the victim's death. Okay, it could be, but it wasn't like that. My client didn't touch Dr. Martyr's clothes after he died, I'm sure of it. That's not exactly a solid case. It's not enough to be sure. In the courtroom, the only thing that matters is solid evidence. Alright, he's right dear. Could you prove that your client didn't leave the fingerprints on the scarf after Dr. Martyr's death? Wait, how... Capitalization? I know. I use this one?
That's it.
Your Honor, this proves, this! Doesn't prove anything. Stop babbling out theories and making us waste time. This behavior warrants a penalization. So I got... Sorry, Your Honor, it was a mental lapsus. Please listen. I'm sure that my client didn't leave his fingerprints after the crime. I only have to find a way to prove my hunch. Okay, but I don't know. Wait. Okay, wait. Okay, so wait. So this wasn't it. So the holographic playback doesn't help. The lab toolbox doesn't help. Capitalization, no. We are going to talk about it before the day is done. I don't know. I'll object to this one. I don't know. I really don't know. It really makes no sense to me. Oh, this isn't it either. I really don't know how to prove that he didn't put. I mean, maybe because he said he didn't remember anything. Let me try. Let's see. So what? How can I prove that he didn't? It says some kind of chemical compound, but what chemical compound? Doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense. So the blueprints would help. They wouldn't really, you know, help. So let me see the graph. No. Toolbox. No. This one I tried. The paper I tried. This one no. Telephone profiles. Famous chemistry sign. Okay, I'll object because he doesn't remember anything. Maybe that works. Oh, this doesn't work either. Okay, I really don't get how to do this. Stop babbling, okay? So Your Honor, okay. Okay. So I really don't get how to prove that he didn't put all that after. Like, he didn't touch the thingy. Prosecution holds the view that the crime is purely financial. Prosecution believes that my client set up the scene with an improperly placed toolbox. Prosecution denies any alibi of my client as he was seen at this Okay. Let me think. How do I prove that he didn't put anything afterwards? Like he didn't touch the scarf after the crime, after the death of the Dr. Martyr? I don't know. I'm trying this one.
That's it.
You know, this proves anything. I really don't know what. It makes no sense. Stop babbling. Okay. Stop, dear. Your reputation is rock bottom because I lost reputation every time I didn't. You should really rethink your career as a lawyer. That's shit. That's pretty crap, actually. Send her to limbo. Let her spend years dealing with her subconscious. No, that's really crap. No, she wasn't. She has enough already on her plate by not being able to get over her own fears. I have no choice but to declare your client guilty, as your credibility and reputation are at 0. What the holy moly? I'm in my bed. What a truly bizarre dream. I don't know if it was a premonition or if I was trying to tell myself that I'm not ready. I might not go to that interview after all. Well, that's crap. Game over. End of law pass demo. To exit, press exit demo on the nose menu. Okay, so I had to prove that that my client didn't touch the scarf after, and I've no idea how to prove that. I've tried three things in there, but I have no idea how to prove that. I have no freaking idea. Cause nobody saw him, like until he was picked up by the cops. He doesn't remember anything, so yeah, that's kind of crap. I gotta say, I really have no idea what to do that. But you know what? Maybe you can try it. There's the Law Pass demo is available right now if you want to try it and maybe solve the case. I really have no idea. How to prove it. But yeah, you can try it yourself. It's available for Windows. Try it, and if you like the game, then maybe consider pledging. The Kickstarter campaign is running right now, and it's looking to raise $18,000 for the game. And there are also stretch goals that will expand the game to more cases. I believe there are going to be 4 cases in the full game, with stretch goals extending that. Again, this is Law Pass, everyone, from Timeless Games. It's apparently inspired by Capcom's Ace Attorney. I've never played those games, so I don't know. It's a graphics novel. Choices matter. As you can see here, they matter so much that I lost a case in my dream, which technically shouldn't affect me that much because it's a dream, but yeah. So again, you want to check out Law Pass on Kickstarter. If you want to download the demo, check out the link in the description below. And again, if you like it, consider pledging and helping Timeless Games make this game a reality. Thanks again for watching. If you like this video or any other content that I put on the channel, like for example other gameplay videos or developer interviews, live streams, walkthroughs even, then please click on the subscribe button, subscribe to Cryptic Hybrid for more, and tell your friends, because sharing is caring. And of course, it will help me immensely. It will allow me to continue doing this for a long time, to continue showcasing you new games like Law Pass. Thank you again everyone for watching, and until the next time we see each other, have an awesome day. Objection!